Hello, everybody. Okay, that just flickered. Anyway, this one is for the people who are going to be helping making dungeons and shit for Tina's Cookiepocolypse Part 2. Now, the idea that I'm having, I threw this one together just real quick to sort of emphasize what I'm thinking of in terms of levels, because one of the cool things with Borderlands was the bigger levels, like the more open feeling, the multi-tiered as well. And that's what I was trying to do in something like this. I mean, this is just an example. Another thing that I put the things on here because I want to test out the nav meshing, which I nav meshed the whole thing, which is kind of fun. Another thing I was thinking of is, if you know in Borderlands, remember how they have like the huts and the little houses and crap, or the crates and shit, and they would just keep coming out of them like 3 or 4 people or something, you know, one at a time and shit. I thought that would be kind of fun. Gives us an excuse to repopulate as well. I'm working on, I haven't made the sphere yet for the star sphere, so like you can actually have windows on the top and the sides, and I'll put a star sphere, basically a whatever, a sphere with star map on it, so when you look out you'll actually see stars and shit. And sometimes Earth or whatever will, on the moon, we'll figure it out. I can probably cut those into things just fine. So this is just a hash mash of vault interior pieces and some high-tech industrial and vault pieces seem to be really good for this shit. Industrial high-tech institute even for I'm really not, so I think a mix of all of the 4 would be actually really cool. This one is mostly just vault pieces. Just a huge open area, and I'll probably put exits or something on one side and then exits on the other. I like the idea of, what I'm thinking is, I'll get the quest script out to some of the people later. The quest is very kind of straightforward, where it's basically Moon, Hyperion, 4 sections of the Hyperion place to shut off shit, and then you go and do a boss fight. The 4 sections would each have a person that needs you to do a quest in order to shut down part of the shield. So it's basically the one main quest, 4 side quests that have to be completed. And the cool thing is we can use this to revisit, a lot like Borderlands did. And I'm planning on a bunch of other little side quests as well too, which like go collect this or go get this thing, or you know, like make a use for this room, like some crazy person needs you to go retrieve a teddy bear from in here or something, and then when they do, it just triggers a whole bunch of extra enemies spawning and shit. And that allows you to, say if I had a door on one side, you know, the entryway, and then the exit on the other side, well, if you're going from one zone to the other zone, you can just pass straight through this place, kill as few people as you can, and I can set up trigger boxes and shit so it works more like Borderlands. Like, so instead of having these enemies already in existence, I can make a trigger box, so if the moment you start going up this stair or start getting to here, enemies start coming out of this crate, we can put like a door or a curtain on there and then come out as you kill them and stay in the general vicinity. All of that's relatively simple and adds that Borderlands feel to it for sure. But yeah, that's just what I was thinking for that shit. Did I open? Nope, I did not. Hold on. So I'm going to take a look inside the level, let you guys check it out. I have to remember the name of it. 11DD Hyperion Temp. So this is mostly just an idea. You can make your levels however you want. I like the bigger feeling, but I mean, there's definitely room for more narrow ones. Some places with cathedral type, and then like around it there would be rooms and shit. Each of those is definitely in. I'm not really sold on any one thing, and we can basically make them go from, you know, take a train ride from each section, kind of a, you know, like, oh, you're going from one section of the station to the other, because the Hyperion station in Borderlands, it was pretty decent, but it wasn't like all the same all over the place, so I figure the more high-tech the better. I think that was the name of it. Yes, it was. Jesus, I just had to go check to make sure I was still recording. I'm still like at 60 frames per 54, 50. That's not bad for being at fucking recording at 4K. Let's see how the AI acts. One's picked me up already. I think I'm going to kill the fog distance. I dropped it really low just to see what it would look like. But I think I'm definitely going to probably get rid of the fog. Change some of the lighting. But see, I like the way this plays out. It gives you an up and a down. You got guys hurling grenades at you. You can jump from one side to the other if you feel like it. I really do like the platform-esque. And the cool thing is you don't even have to... you guys ever take... Oh, so it's 100 for headshots. You ever take 1 to the damage? Fuck you and your grenade. I might negate fall damage. I think I might be able to do that situationally. I know I can change the fall speed, which I might do a little bit, seeing as you're on a space station in the moon and shit. Why does my run stick? My run keeps sticking. But I like the idea of the enemies keeping spawning, because that would give you like more shooting target practice, etc. And then got a room. We can put doors. We can even lock these doors, make this area part of a quest. You know, that kind of shit. I just think it's really cool. It's going to be more clutter light. You can get a decent amount of clutter in here, but if we decorated this whole entire thing with like Eleonora's level of clutter, the frickin' X bricks and the PS crappers are gonna I can't remember what the PS4 thing was supposed to be. But they would have some issues. But we can get away with like light clutter and still make it look really decent. Like, I mean, if you cluttered every little bit of it, like an interior of a house, we're gonna be screwed. But it doesn't need that. It just needs character. We can even do elevators. If you want to set up elevators that go up and down from platform to platform and just do continuous movement, RB triggered. Either one is not hard to do and set up. Elevators deploying bad guys, etc., that kind of shit. All of it's not that hard. I mean, you guys can... Doing the level design is what kills me and pisses me off the most, so it's that's the hardest part for me. Oh, and these windows aren't... these windows you can shoot through, by the way. So you could actually, like, set up... That'd be kind of fun to set up, like, a horde mode in here, and they're going to be streaming through the door and, like, coming out over here trying to shoot you. Yeah. Really? So you can kick them, but they have no... Oh, now it's going to keep moving. Huh, it doesn't... Also, the lasers have no impact set. That's funny. Makes sense, though. So that's really about it. Making them look kind of cool, kind of characteristic. Obviously, this place needs more shit on the ground. It needs... I mean, if somebody wants to volunteer to decorate this one up, by all means. I was just throwing it together for an idea. How do you kill that fog, though? I don't like the fog. Something is really wrong with my controller, like not wanting to run all the time. But, yep. That's really all I can think of. There's tons of decoration options as well. Oh, hello. Hello, I see you up there. I need to fix that. Oh, that's weird. Does that happen all? I wonder why that's happening. It's like when I'm not looking at them, they're not loading in. That is odd. Anyway. I can't really think of much more than that. We could do as many or as little as people are interested in. I mean, I only really need 4 major sections and then a boss room, which I'm working on. So anything more than that, we'll just throw side quests in and just have a lot of fucking fun with it. Like, one of the ideas I had for a side quest, actually one of the main quests is going to be to help Mr. Torque, if I can find a good voice actor for him. But you're supposed to be getting rid of these control panels to deactivate a shield, right? And so one of them will be for Mr. Torque, and he'll want your help finding a whole bunch of shit to create a giant-ass explosion to do whatever, to blow the thing up. So you find it all, and he's basically going to vent himself into space by blowing up the control panel and the whole fucking wall and shit, and then you'll have to, like, run away. Another side quest I wanted was... I'm gonna try to get somebody to mimic Eleonora's voice, and there'll be a crazy chick who wants to decorate her house and crap, but she needs coffee, and so you've got to go and kill bad guys to retrieve coffee from them until you retrieve 10 cups of coffee, bring it back to her, and then when she drinks all the coffee, she goes crazy and starts decorating the place with like body parts and blood and shit. But it'll be very, very tasteful body parts and blood. Shit like that. I just want to have fun with the quest. Do some. There's of course going to be the obligatory shoot me in the face guy. We didn't do that last time. People were like, why didn't you have that? That was like the most requested thing. So there's just going to be one crazy dude hiding. I'm going to hide him so if somebody doesn't explore, they're not going to find him. But when you approach him, he'll just start screaming at you to shoot him in the face. And you'll get a quest to shoot him in the face. And if you don't hopefully I can detect headshot. I'm pretty sure I can detect body damage. I haven't really looked into it, but clearly the game does by changing the damage numbers. So I'll detect if you shoot him in the face or not. So if you shoot him anywhere but the face, you fail. If you shoot him in the face, you win, and he'll drop some sort of a gun legendary we'll make for him. I mean, throw down below if you're watching this, and because I'm going to put this open, if you're watching this and you're not going to help, whatever, throw out your favorite Borderlands quest. The shorter the better. I don't want something that's like super long term, etc. I do want one involving a claptrap, but I'm probably going to make one up just so Tina can kill him in some crazy ass way. And as a spoiler, if you've gotten this far, Tina will be joining you at some point in part 2 with her own set of custom power armor, courtesy of Dogtooth CG, and she will be a companion available after the quest is over. So people, that was another one of the most requested things. People wanted Tina as a companion, so I plan to do that. The time frame for this is very fast. So if you're working on this shit and you're thinking you want to take 3 weeks to make a level, 4 weeks, no, work faster or get the fuck out. I want to do it really quick. We got a bunch of people who want to make levels that should make everything really fast, and it just falls onto me to do the programming parts, which isn't. It's actually pretty quick. I could probably do that in a couple of weeks, really easy. I'm thinking anywhere from 2 to 5 hours of content within a couple of weeks shouldn't be too hard at all. Especially given the nature of making, like, if you make an area this size and have 3 different quests and 3 different spots that reference going back here, even if they're just minimal, and you just respawn the enemies, it's one of the things Borderlands did really well was reusing level tiles and adding shit to it. And then, of course, we can make the bad guys level up for you. We could probably have a vendor hub where you can sell your shit so people aren't overloaded with crap. Because once you're up here till it's over. Oh, come on, I thought that was going to fall. That would have been great. Fall, you little fucker. Damn it. Collision's just a hair too big. Yep, that's really about it. We're going to be speedrunning this sucker, getting her done. I was with everybody else. A lot of the work in the last one went into merging and flaming Bethesda for 4 weeks straight. Mostly the merging and getting everything working as intended took probably 80+% of the time of that mod, with the bugs associated and everything, and merging 30+ mods into one and then getting them to work mostly seamlessly with all the other mods out there, although from some of the comments people are still having bugs and they're blaming it on my mod, not the fact that some other fucker did something stupid, or they did something stupid like uninstalled them. Fucking one of the bugs. Oh, they goes to the corner. Somebody's like, I used a menu fixer and then I lost your menu. Well, yeah, if you use a menu fixer, it's going to remove all the menus but vanilla ones. You're not going to get any more menus after that. But, yep, and this will be included in the ESP for Tina's Cookiepocolypse. So you won't be downloading another ESP. You'll be downloading an update. I'll probably make its own separate page, but it will be able to just overwrite. She will trigger the quest 3 game days after you finish the first part, or if you've already finished the first part when you install the update, 30 minutes real time after you install the update, she'll trigger the quest. I think that would be reasonable. And then, yep, it will tie in minimally with Tina's Cookiepocolypse Part 1. And, yep, have fun. Yay, me running around rambling. Actually doesn't look too bad in the game. I mean, clutter obviously will give it some life. I think that would be actually really cool. You could set up like lock the doors inside of this area. That way you could have a quest that's in here. You have to come back and fight some crazy psychopath. And I'm going to name a lot of the bosses just after ones from Borderlands, even if they don't share any similarities, because it's fun. The station is going to consist of... The bad guys for the station are going to be loaders, Hyperion guards, which won't be raiders, definitely. I'll probably outfit them more like probably in a lot of power armor. I'm thinking power armor would be really fun. I can just make it non-lootable, so you kill them and you won't be able to loot their power armor and shit. Or you could, I don't know. I obviously like throwing loot at people. If you do make one and you want to have windows to the outside and you set up your windows like out to space, because I will be making a space sphere, which will be really easy, and then I can just set it up. If you want to do that to give it like more of a huge area, like set up some certain windows or ceiling tiles, you can only do it on 2 sides, and they have to be conjoined sides. The chance that you're on the very corner of the spaceship, so you can have 3 sides, is highly unlikely, or the space station. So if you're going to do it, you could do it on like, this side and this side, or the roof and one side, conjoined sides. You could even do it on the floor and a wall, that kind of shit. But if you do it on 2 walls, you can't do opposite wall. That would just maybe look funny. Well, actually, you could. You could go opposite wall and then a top, but talk to me about it first. It's going to be... I really don't care about the consistency between the levels. Like, you could go from this level to the next level in the line and have the windows on different sides. We can just write that off by... you traveled a lot farther, etc. Like we can just make all the doors train stations, just to be cheap about it. I kind of like the diversity in levels that some people come up with, and the diversity in clutter. I think it adds more than it takes away if they're not conjoined and you're going from one environment to the next and it's a lot different. I still think that's okay. It worked really well in Mowang Ball's Inferno. I think it'll work well for this one, and we can write it off. And plus, with how over the top everything is, I don't think anybody that really matters or cares is going to notice that much. They're just going to like it for the quest, the shit that's going on. So, anyway, I will get this thing uploading.